here to die.
Hey, how are you? Hope you're doing well. So as usual, we're going to start off by blocking the brows. I'm just taking a regular glue stick and then I'm just going to set that with some setting powder. Next, I'm taking the NYX Jumbo pencil in Milk, and the reason why I'm using this is because it's got a nice thick creamy consistency, perfect for applying eyeshadow. So you want to go ahead and create some brows. Then just taking a brow pencil, I'm just creating the rest of the brow, and then I'm going in with an angled brush and I'm just blending the colours together. So you want to create a soft, smooth transition between them. Next, grabbing some eyeshadows, I'm using the NYX Ultimate Brights eyeshadow palette and the Helen E Cosmetics Neon pigments. You want to grab an eyeshadow brush and I'm just going to simply pack this onto the white areas, and I'm creating an ombre effect from a light to a dark green and then a pink to a brown. Grabbing the same brown eyebrow pencil, I'm just creating the other tail of the brow, and I've actually joined it onto my brow. You don't have to do this, you can leave the gap if you wish. I just wanted to make sure it was nice and straight. Do you know what? They actually look cool just like this. What do you think? Anyway, next grabbing the P. Louise base in the shade, I can't remember, I'm really sorry, but it's gonna be something like 1, 2, 3, I don't know. You'll know your shade anyway. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a brush and just line underneath my brows. And you want to make sure this is nice and clean and sharp, and holy crap, this step is so satisfying. I love it. A really good little tip, sneaky little trick, is you can grab a brush with a flat head and you can use the straight line to guide you. And then of course you want to go ahead and blend them out. You want to make sure the shade is obviously lighter as well, because you want this to be kind of like highlighted. Here's a little close-up of some makeup porn. And then you want to use your brush and cut the fishtail. Oh! Satisfaction! Not gonna lie, I'm absolutely in love with these brows and I want to live with them forever and ever and ever. Prime your eyelids with the same stuff, your little P. Louise base. And then I'm just grabbing the same eyeshadows and starting to create some really pretty glammy eyeballs. So I'm just packing this on the outer edge and then adding like a nice beautiful shimmery highlighted colour, I guess, on the inner corners of my eyes. You want to take this underneath your eyes as well, and then of course blend, 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 feather it out, do whatever you wish. Next, grabbing the NYX Born to Glow concealer, I'm going to go ahead and apply this underneath my eyes, my forehead and my butt cheeks as well. Blend, bend, blend, bend, blend. Then grabbing the NYX Epic ink liner, you want to go ahead and create some wings and fly away from the haters. And then just grabbing a black pencil, I'm just going to line underneath my waterline. Underneath my waterline? No, on my waterline. Then grabbing the Kryolan Supracolor in white, which is like an oil-based paint. I'm going to go ahead and dab this on the bottom half of my face. Next, taking the beautiful neon pigments we were using earlier, I'm just grabbing some eyeshadow brushes and I'm just going to start creating the kind of basic shape of the skull. This doesn't have to be perfect or anything because we're going to go into the details later, but for now we're just literally packing on some colours. Oh yeah, and I'm also using some yellow as well. So have fun, have a play, use different shades, lighter ones and darker ones. Obviously put the deeper darker colours on the areas where the shadows is going to hit. And for the pink side, I'm also introducing some purple as well. Not too much though, I wanted to keep it nice and pink. Moving on to the fun parts. Now I'm grabbing some black face paint. I'm using the Meron Paradise paints. I didn't show it on camera because I'm a bum and I always do this. Anyway, you want to go ahead and grab a fine brush and start creating the shapes of the teeth. And then you want to start outlining all the shapes, and then you can go ahead and fill the background in black as well. Next, grabbing some black eyeshadow, I'm just going to start shading where the shadows are going to hit. So you want to create some depth. So specifically on the outer edges of the teeth, This is going to give it a more 3D illusion. I'm then going in with a fine detailed brush as well, and I'm just going into the details underneath and above the teeth. You want to add only small amounts of product on your brush each time and build your way up slowly. Don't just use blacks, you can also go ahead and start using some purples, dark greens, or whatever else you wish. And then just grabbing a really fine brush as well, I'm adding in some details which really makes the whole look pop. So I'm adding some like kind of holes, some really fine cracks, and then taking some white eyeliner by NYX. This eyeliner is absolutely amazing. I'm just going to go ahead and highlight in some areas where just really small hints of white will do the trick. Yeah. So moving on to the drippy parts, we're going to create the transition. Huge shout out to Kalisa, I think that's how you pronounce it. She's the one who taught me this technique. If you check out her work, you can see her using this often and she absolutely kicks ass. So if I were you, I would go and follow her. I mixed 3 tablespoons of water, 3 teaspoons of glycerin, and 2 small sachets of gelatin. Skeleton on gelatin. And then you want to stick that in the microwave for like 15 seconds. You can also use the Meron 3D gel if you're super lazy, but this is a really good way to save money. You want to kind of make sure it cools down to the correct consistency, because when you take it out the microwave it's going to be really runny, so you kind of want to like keep mixing it and stuff until it hardens slightly. Then doing exactly the same steps once again, but this time I've just mixed in some neon pigments. This is the first time I'm trying this technique, by the way. Grabbing some liquid latex, I'm just very simply sticking on some neon spikes onto my face. Next, very simple and straightforward, I'm just grabbing some foundation and I'm just going to cover the drips. Grabbing some lashes, go ahead and apply them. I'm using ones by Ardell, I believe. I probably should have done this a bit earlier, but I'm contouring my forehead area. Then, just for a little bit of extra, because we like to be extra, I'm just grabbing some glitter and adding only tiny hints here and there. Then grabbing some lenses, I'm using the TTDI. I'll leave the links and the names in the description box below, along with all the other products that I've used today. You can use code GOTHSPECTRUM for 10% off, and the other one was by Mesmerize in Louise. You can also use the code GOTHSPECTRUM for 10% off. Next, you want to shave your head. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. And then just grabbing some black eyeshadow and a small brush, I'm just going to create some shadow underneath the drips. And you can see how much of a difference this really makes. This really separates your face from the skull and just makes the drip stand out so much more. Stick on your choker or any other accessories you wish, and there you go. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it and you found it helpful. If you like this video, please support this by giving it a thumbs up. Don't forget that I have an Instagram at GothSpectrum, TikTok, Facebook, all of that good stuff, so feel free to follow me on there, and I will see you next time.